Hey YouTube, this is Voluptuously Skinny, and this is the end of my post-op week number 5, starting on number 6. I'm actually halfway into 6 because it's Saturday, and my week officially ends on Wednesday. So I have to backtrack my weight a little bit. So I'm not going to give you the actual weight that I am today, um, because I don't want anybody to get confused and think that I'm losing more weight than what I actually am, especially if you aren't losing as much weight. I don't want to discourage anyone. So, anyway, for the quick updates, my high weight was 369.9. My starting weight was 329.6 after the liquid, of course, and my current weight as of the end of my week was 307, um, which was a total loss for post op week number 5 of 2.4 pounds. And total in all of 62.9 pounds. Excuse the way I look, y'all. I'm getting ready to get ready for a little bonfire Halloween bash or whatnot. And I have these little leopard ears and stuff that I got it like 2 or 3 years ago for $2 at Claire's. And so I'm just now going to wear it this year. Um, So my hair is going to look a little messy. Anyway, updates for post op week number 5. I tried to write down everything that I was going through and everything that I thought you might want to know. So here we go. Yes, post op week number 5. The first thing that I wrote was crazy woman, emotional, anger, irritation. Y'all. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how my kids can live with me some days. When I get home some days in the afternoon, I'm so hungry. Oh, because I started work this week too. I started work on Monday. And some of the days I got home and I was just starving. Um, I thought I had planned really well, but when you're trying to get back into the midst of things, the timing as far as when I eat is still a bit off. So I'm still learning how to navigate that. Yesterday was much better. Of course, it was the end of the week, and I'm kind of getting the hang of things. But yeah, emotions out the wazoo. There are days where, there was one day at work where I just wanted to cry. Mm, I don't know why. Don't even ask. I don't know. I just sat there and was like, okay, I feel like crying. Yeah. Um, there are days where regret comes and goes, especially when, um, say, for instance, it's time for me to eat, and I eat, and then I have to wait 30 minutes to drink water, and I'm so thirsty, y'all. I'm dehydrated. I've been drinking water. I'm trying to get as much water as I can in, but I know I'm dehydrated because my lips are dry as all get out, and they have been dry all week. It's not enough Blistex, Carmex, nothing that's getting my lips correct. So I'm just trying to drink as much water as I can. But when it's time for me to eat and I have to wait those 30 minutes and then I can't just gulp the water down. Those are my woosah moments where I really have to say, okay, thank God for giving me this opportunity. Help me make it through because it's hard. It's very hard. Um, let's see. Um, I think the first couple of days I worked, it was, like I said, just the trying to get that timing for eating right. I had a headache at one point, just emotions. Um, I was off work a total of 4.5 weeks, y'all, and it was well worth it. For those of you who go back after a week or after 2 weeks, more power to you. Um, Ladies, I want you to make more videos for those who have to go back to work early so that they can see how you are planning everything and how you're working that back in. But I was thankful that I was able to take those 4.5 weeks off because I needed them totally. I still get tired, and by the end of the day, probably about 1, 2 o'clock, I'm exhausted. And I just want to sit at my desk and just lay down and take a nap. But of course, I can't. Um, Let's see. Um, Oh, yes. And now that I'm around more people who are eating lunch and just bringing in all this outside food, this is the funny thing. Sometimes that the smell of that food smells so delicious. Then there are other times on the other side of things where that food is the smells become intoxicating, like they make me sick to my stomach, and it's hard to sit in meetings or hard to sit somewhere when I'm smelling all of that. The other thing is Friday we had a potluck, and somebody brought in some vegetarian chili, so I was able to eat that, and then they brought in some slices of cheese because it was a healthy potluck. And so I was able to eat a couple of half slices of cheese, and then I ate about a quarter of a cup of vegetarian chili, and it was all very good. So I was able to participate. Um, I sat down, and the staff, several of the staff members were, kind of making fun. Oh, a bean will fill you up, or this or that, and just making fun of the amount of food that I can eat. And they mean no harm. But I think that people need to be aware that to be mindful that it's not, you know, we do this because it's a last resort. It's a last resort, and we don't take it lightly when we've made this decision because it is a major surgery. So I want to make sure that people understand that um, it's not fun and games. It's really not. And, um, you do miss food. You miss the bread. You miss, they had sherbet. I love sherbet. Um, I miss the sherbet. I miss those things that I cannot eat. But this is a decision that, like I said, I put a lot of thought in and prayed about and made this decision. And it's not all fun and games. And those things that people say sometimes are hurtful. I pretty much have a strong back, so it's not, like I can like it hurts me or it's going to break me or anything like that. But I just want people to know that it is something that we take seriously and it's not taken lightly. One of the things as far as food that I'm looking down at some notes. One of the things as far as food that people continuously listen, people, I know what I'm supposed to eat. I know how much I'm supposed to eat. I know when I'm supposed to eat it. Um, and I'm 42 years old, and I have to make that choice. Um, you don't have to hide your food from me when you're eating lunch or when you don't have to apologize that you're eating in front of me. It is okay. This is a decision that I made, and I'm okay with that. So don't change your things. And I so appreciate it because that just shows you how much people are thinking about you and making sure that you're comfortable. So I appreciate it, but don't feel like you have to do that because you don't have to do that. I know what I can eat, and half the time that you're eating, I've already eaten something or I'm drinking something, and I'm not even hungry anyway. I'm not even paying attention to what you're eating, honestly, until you mention it. Then I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you are eating something, but I'm not even paying attention half the time. So don't worry about that. As far as how much I'm supposed to eat, I know how much I'm supposed to eat. Um, if you tell me to eat more, I can't eat more. This is what I can eat right now. I'll never be able to eat, um, that much more. I have a 3 to 4 ounce limit of what I can eat and what I can put in my sleeve, and so that's what I can eat. And there are times where it's going to be a little bit less. So don't worry. I'm eating enough. Yes, I it doesn't seem like it a lot, and sometimes even to me, it doesn't. Sorry, I don't want that to go off. It sometimes even to me, it doesn't seem like enough. I like more, but I know what my limit is. I know what my capacity is, and I'm gonna be okay. I'm under a physician's orders. I am, seeing a doctor, and they're leading and guiding me through. I'm seeing a nutritionist, and I know that they would not put me in any harm, especially not here in the U.S. with this malpractice. So I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I know how much I'm supposed to eat. Um, and what I should eat. I know what I should eat. So it's okay. You don't have to tell me, ask me, should I be eating that? Or are you ready for that? Or, you really need more of this. You don't have to tell me that because I know what I'm supposed to eat. I have a list of stuff that the doctors have given me as far as what I should eat and when I should eat it. Yeah, there are times where I introduce something like the turkey and the chicken again, even though my nutritionist said wait till 6 weeks. I'm in my 6 week now, but I did reintroduce it again last week because turkey and chicken that's what I eat. That's what I've always eaten. I don't eat a lot of pork. I don't eat a lot of beef, and beef doesn't settle right in my stomach, and I just never hardly eaten it. And so those are the meats. That's where I tend to get a lot of my protein besides the shakes. You don't have to ask me also about the liquid diet. That liquid diet is pretty much over with. But will I drink liquids? Yes, I have to. Everybody does. I have to drink water. I drink my protein shakes because they're easier to get down sometimes. It's something that I can take on the go. Um, it's no different than when before I had the surgery when I was drinking the protein shakes as well. So I love you guys and I love your concern. And I don't take any harm to it. I don't take it out of context. I don't, dislike it or anything. I know that you're concerned for me. So I just want you to know that I'm okay. I'm okay. And the other individuals who have sleeves are okay. But we do thank you for your support. We thank you for concern. I mean, you are a blessing to me, and I'm sure other friends who have other people who have had sleeves or know other people who have sleeves. You are a blessing to them as well. So thank you, and that's all. If you have questions or concerns, go ahead and put them down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Um, I don't know about all that liking and disliking and all that stuff yet, but we'll see. I don't know if that gets you more hits or what. I don't know, but most of this is for myself anyway. But I do enjoy hearing from you all who have been sleeved and who have questions. So I thank you so much. God bless you. Peace out, baby. Mwah.